James, welcome to Altrincham Football Club. How do you feel to be here?
Yeah, I'm delighted. It's been a bit of time to get everything sorted, but we've finally done it, and I'm delighted. You know, I spoke to the gaffer last week, and he's got big plans, and he's showing me where I fit into it. So I'm just buzzing to be here, and I can't wait to get started.
Just giving the fans a little bit of an insight to the start of your career. You started off at Derby County during your youth career before moving to Long Eaton United. What was that like?
Yeah, it was a period from about age 9 to 14, just in the academy, and then obviously when you get released at that age, it can be quite tough. But Long Eaton gave me the opportunity to play men's football from a relatively young age, so about 16. And yeah, it was a good experience at the time, and I enjoyed it a lot.
And you then made the move to Mansfield in 2021. What was that step up like?
Yeah, it was tough because I was about 19 at the time, and I hadn't done a lot of like training every day, gym, all of that stuff. So the first year was tough, but I was also really excited and keen to give it a go. And then obviously I've been there for a while now, so I think it was just I was young, ambitious, and I used that to drive me forward.
What was the biggest surprise with the move to Mansfield? Was it the professionalism or the standard, or?
No, I think the standard was obviously going to be higher. But yeah, just the training every day, like it's a lot on your body at times. But just seeing how players develop over time by training every day, it's definitely something that's improved my game. And to have the opportunity to do that is something that I've not taken for granted.
Starting this one off with your time at Solihull, you made 15 appearances for the Moors, including against Altrincham last season in a really dramatic 3-3 draw. You came on late in the games. Is there anything in particular you remember from that night?
No. Personally, I came off the pitch thinking I'd played terrible, but I'd only played 4 minutes, I think. So, but yeah, it was 3-1 when I went on, and it ended 3-3. So it was bittersweet. But when I spoke to the Altrincham gaffer after, Phil, and he just said that he really admired me and the game that I played. So when it came to picking Altrincham as a club, that was definitely something that's set in stone in my mind. And then when he revisited it this summer, it was kind of like a no-brainer that I'll give him a conversation, and this is where we're at.
So that conversation with Phil Parkinson just set that sort of thought in your mind that Altrincham was where you wanted to come should the opportunity arise?
Yeah, it was just one that stayed with me. I think it was at a time where, like, Solihull, it wasn't going amazing for me. But just speaking to him and hearing the praise that he had for me, it was something that stuck with me for a while. So, yeah.
For the latter part of last season, you were on loan at Boston United. Quite the remarkable turnaround in the league after they looked down and out. What kind of lessons did you learn from your time at Boston?
Yeah, it was interesting going in. The group was really struggling, but I think just watching the group come together and just the principles that the new gaffer brought in when he came in as well, all of that mixed and combined together, like the team's done really well. And I think towards the end of the season, we were like 3rd in the table for form. So it just shows that it's not always the players and not always the manager, but it's just a bit of everything. But when it all comes together, you can have a bit of success.
Was that the first time during your career that you've sort of had that sense of emergency in a team that you need to get the job done and over the line? Yeah,
kind of. I mean, when it was at Mansfield the year before this, obviously we were pushing for promotion, and I think it went down to like 5-6 games left, and we still needed like 9 more points. So I've been in those situations before, but last year was definitely one where it was a little bit concerning at times. But I think when we started getting wins on the belt, we kind of knew that we were going to be all right.
One of those wins was against Altrincham towards the latter parts of the season. We just mentioned the Solihull game. Anything in particular you remember from that win?
Not even. No. I remember the win before that because I came on and scored. But yeah, that the whole Boston experience was just a group effort, and I think everyone played their part. And I was happy with how I contributed there, even though it was tough at times. But yeah, it was good.
One of the members in that squad was Keon Ward. He's obviously signed as well here at Altrincham. You looking forward to playing alongside him again?
Yeah, I mean, when I joined Mansfield, Keon was there as well. So we kind of had a good relationship from there. And then coming to Boston, he messaged me before I joined, and then coming here, he messaged me before I've come here. So yeah, I'm excited. I like Keon. He's a very good footballer. And yeah, I'm excited to see what we can do this year.
So it's Agent Keon then, rather than just Keon in midfield.
Yeah, he's very, very like in there. He knows all the different conversations and stuff that happens. So yeah, he's cheeky like that. Yeah.
James, you are a striker. Is there anyone in particular that you like to base your game off? Any sort of style of play?
Yeah, I've kind of always like looked at growing up. It was like always like a Fernando Torres type, like running in behind, just being a bit of a nuisance. But I think now I like the look of like a player like Isak or someone like that who's tall but a bit nimble and can get in behind and like. I don't know. I want to play. I want to score goals and I want to win games. So that's my ambition, and that's what I'm going to try and do here.
And now once you move to Altrincham, obviously, you mentioned the conversation with Phil Parkinson. Can you just share a little bit more insight into how the move came about?
Yeah, so I went about a week ago to speak to the gaffer, and he basically just said, look, we've liked you for a couple of years. We've watched you develop, how you've been playing, and he said that he was shocked that I wasn't playing at these other clubs I was at, and obviously there was factors that went into that, not just manager's selection, but there were other reasons. But I think that just the way how he spoke to me and what he said about the ambition of the club, the ambition of what he wants to do with me, and seeing how some of the players performed last year, I think this is a place where I can really develop and just sort of like fulfill what I'm being told I'm got the potential to be. And he sees that. And yeah, that's really helpful when a manager sees that in you. Yeah.
What else about Altrincham Football Club attracted you to the club? I
think last year they were very good. Like every time we played them, I was in my head, I'm like, Altrincham, they're a very good football side. And I think that there's going to be chances and opportunities that are going to be created for me up front. So it's definitely a massive plus to come to a side where they're going to play football and there's going to be a lot of chances. So I'm looking forward to it.
And finally, have you got a message for the fans?
Yeah, just stick with us and we'll see where we end up at the end of the season, but I'm confident.